Hello, everybody. This is Dane Gentry with a Storytime Unfiltered podcast. Today, I got my special guest, Mr. Mike Ford, a buddy of mine, does some time with. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. So let's go back to the beginning. I kind of know your story, but what did you do? How did you end up in the penitentiary, and how much time did you get?
Mm. I started out at a bar one night. Got in a fight, one punch, one kick. I ended up with 80-year sentence.
Mm.
Was seeking the death penalty on me.
All over a fight.
All over. Yeah, I never even imagined, the outcome.
Was it just you?
No. There was a friend of mine was with me. He ended up getting a life sentence out of it.
Is he still in there today?
No, he got out about 2 years. He made parole about 2 years before I did.
Okay. That's good.
He's dead now. He died last May.
What happened to him?
He aspirated, choked to death.
Damn, that'd be horrible there.
That's a hell of a way to go, ain't it?
Man, that's a bad way. What did it feel like when they stand there and that judge said you was guilty and you got 80 years?
Oh, it was the wildest feeling was when I went up to the arraignment and they told me I was charged with first-degree murder. And, they read off said aggravated kidnapping, aggravated robbery, and they're like, tell each charge, it carries 8 to 30 for aggravated kidnapping, 8 to 30 aggravated robbery. And then they're like, you're also charged with first-degree murder, which carries life to death. So that's a hell of an option there. I was like, whoa, I didn't know what to think, 23 years old.
That's how old you was, 23?
Yep, 23.
So they gave you 80. Did you have any hope from right there of getting out?
No, I didn't think I'd ever get out.
You didn't?
No, I really didn't.
What compound did you go to first?
Brushy Mountain. I went there for classification.
Yeah. That wasn't down in the Tombs, though, was it? So I've never been to Brushy. I've never been there, man. I only went through on a bus. I never was housed there. I don't even know how it's made or nothing.
Tombs was Max. It was like northeast, like the Max we was on up there. Identical. The building was identical.
Oh, okay. I always hear about the Tombs.
Yeah, West High, it's built the same. River Bend.
All of them. Yeah, all the same. Yeah.
Yep.
Wonder why they call it the Tombs for.
It wasn't painted. Like the cells inside, it was just solid concrete.
Okay, I wondered about that.
Yeah, that's what I wondered about why they called it that too, and that's what Billy told me.
Man, I always pictured it being something that you walk down into, and you know what I mean, something like that. It's really how I always pictured it in my mind like that.
I've got pictures of it on my phone. When we went up there and visited, I walked over to the Max part there where they call the Tombs and took pictures inside the windows and stuff of it.
I think what's his name? Aaron Lewis, you know what I'm talking about? Singer.
Yeah.
He's supposed to do a concert there in July.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, man. I got some people on TikTok want to buy me tickets to go. We ought to go up there, man. We ought to do that. You can do it.
They've had Travis Tritt, Jamie Johnson. They've had a few. I'd like to sing Travis Tritt. I like him a lot.
I would too. I like
Aaron Lewis. Yeah, I like him a lot too.
I'll find out when it is and let you know. See if y'all can get up there too, man. Go over and check it out. It probably ain't that expensive, I wouldn't think.
I grew up right there, not far from there.
La Follette?
Yep, about an hour or so from there.
You think that's why you got all that time, because you're in a small town?
Yeah. The man, his wife worked in the clerk's office there. Oh. And his brother was the county commissioner. So I think that had a lot to do with it.
Did you sign for 80 or did they take you to trial?
Yeah, I did.
You had to keep them getting life sentence?
My mom, well, it was the death penalty. My mom was, begging me, please, and I was like, well, God, ain't much difference,
Yeah.
The 80 years and the death penalty, just one's slower than the other one.
And you ended up doing what, about 25 or something, didn't you? Or more?
29.
29. I knew it was more. I thought it was a long time.
Yeah.
When you knew you was going up for pros, you think you got a chance in hell getting it?
I never thought, it started getting close. I was like, wow, I'll go for pro in like 5 years. Then it kind of started setting in. I started kind of acting a little different or living prison a little different than, I did all them years. I was like, wow, I might could actually get out,
There's a big difference when you don't care, ain't it?
Yeah, I lived it like that the whole time. I didn't even care, about if I got in trouble or something, I didn't care.
So you went to Northeast, right? The first one? That's your first
Yeah,
penitentiary?
that's where they classified me to. 1993, January.
It's just open, wasn't it?
It had just been open like a year, maybe. They were still building on parts of it when I got there.
Let's tell people how that was compared to what prison is today. So back then,
I thought all they was missing was a swimming pool.
That's it. People don't
they
understand.
had tennis court. They had I was like, wow, this is all right.
Yeah,
you just
ice
couldn't
cream.
go
I remember being on Max. They give us ice cream, and
Yeah,
I'd eat
still.
some Krispy. Yeah, I still eat some Krispy Kreme donuts. I'd be sick.
Yeah. I thought prison back then. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, was you up there when what was that dude's name? Gator? Is that his name? One of them got killed. Was that who it was? Gator? Was you there then?
Yeah, that was the first one.
That's the first one that got killed during that compound?
I seen him laying out there. We was coming back from chow, and he was laying out there, and the CO was over there bent down, talked to him, calling the code, and they was trying to run us all inside.
They never did find out who did that one, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they gave him a life sentence for it.
Who was it?
Russell Oliver.
I don't know him. I thought
it took them back 10 years before they ever charged. They charged, I think, him and Jay Denton with it, and Jay ended up, I think, testifying.
Yeah, I know
against
him.
Ollie.
Yeah, I know Jay.
Yeah, Ollie got. I was at the pod with Ollie River Bend when he's going to court. We was on Max, and that's when Ollie come back, and he said, they found me guilty, and he got a life sentence out of it. And he only had a 25-year sentence. Ollie did, and came to prison as like a teenager. Yeah, he'd have been out of prison,
just like Brad Johnson.
Yep,
Brad would have got out, man. Brad would have got out of the penitentiary. But he told me the first time I hadn't been talking to him about 30 minutes. He's next door to me in Unit 3. Unit 3. Man, it was so cold in there. But anyway, it's one of the first things he said is, I'll never get out of penitentiary. I thought, well, damn. The hell, most people even got life sentences.
He just had, I think, a 25, maybe.
It was either a 20 or 25, and he'd been locked up since he's 15. They had tried to personate that woman or something, wasn't it? I know you was better friends with him than I was. Yeah.
I think, he was in the cell with me. He was in the cell with me when he stabbed that boy and went to Max.
Talk about that. What he come to you and said to begin with?
That's what he come. He asked me what he should do. Told me the situation, and I'd been locked up for a while, and he's, kind of wanted my advice. I said, man, I'd try to avoid it if I could, and I said, and I asked him what he's over, and that guy owed him money. And I said, well, just go ask him, for your money. And he said, I have. And he said, dude's like, well, fuck you, and dude's pretty big guy. And Brad's just a little skinny guy. And Brad said, he said, I just, feel that he, just thinks I'm weak, and he said, I'm going to get him. He said, I don't want him to know it's coming, and I was like, damn, I hate to see you do that, man. I didn't think nothing about it. And we sitting in there the next day, and it was count time. And we sitting there during count. He said, 40. So when count clears, he said, I'm going to go get a knife and stab dude. And I said, oh, hell. When count cleared, he left, and he come back, and he had a piece off. You ever remember them old dust mops had the metal frame, and they had a frame about big round with a pencil, and he had a piece of it. It was long, about like that, sharpened. Yeah, sharpened down. He said, you think this will work? I said, yeah, that'll work.
That'll do it.
I said, let me make you a handle. And I took a glove, like a rubber glove, and put, on it with a rubber band, and I braided him a bandana up it and put a piece of cloth on the end. I said, now that'll work. And they fixing call yard, and that guy, he lifted weights, so he's standing over there waiting for yard call. And I walked up there with Brad, and Brad got behind him. Brad had a coat hanging just on his shoulders,
Yeah.
had the knife like inside, of his coat. And we got up on the sidewalk by the library, and Brad just let that coat fall down, boy, and he got him.
Yeah.
Got him good. He got him 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. That boy lived though, didn't
Yeah, he lived. It got his intestines and his liver. It got him.
he? Got him
It got
good.
him pretty good. Yeah, it got him good.
Did you believe he's gonna do it when you sitting there making that knife, or did you think he's gonna
Oh
chicken out
yeah,
of
I
it?
know.
You knew he knew he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I know he's gonna do it.
So I didn't know him
I
that
could,
good, man. I thought he was a good little
I
dude.
could tell. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like Brad a lot, man.
Yeah. Then that
I
shit
like
with
him.
him
Then he
and
done that down there on Max, took the guard hostage and stuff.
you were still down there then,
And
wasn't you?
I was down there in
Yeah.
the building when he
I
done it.
just left.
They
Yeah.
turned all the TVs and stuff off. I
Mm-hmm.
thought, well, what the hell's going on? But it's on
Yeah.
the radio. Hell, we all had radios.
Yeah. What'd they do? Tell them what they did?
Oh, they ransomed. They took that guy and drug him up in that little office they had there. And Brad said they barricaded the door, him
Yeah.
and Billy Grubb. And he said they all come running in there. He said Billy had him up like in a full Nelson.
Yeah.
And Brad said he was telling them to get back. He said, I'll kill him. And then he said they kept on coming in there. And Brad said, I hit him in the mouth. And he said, Lieutenant Lee said, get back. Said he just knocked his teeth out.
Yeah.
So Brad said that he had that guard's mace. Brad said he was spraying them out it had a little pie flap in the door.
Yeah.
Brad said I was spraying them with his mace,
With his own
But yeah, Brad, they ransomed him for like a carton of cigarettes, 2 cartons of cigarettes, and some dip.
Yeah.
Like a roll of dip or something. And they went back to their cell after I brought them the cigarettes and the dip and stuff.
Oh, they did go back to the cell?
Yeah, they walked back to their cell.
And then
But
what?
Brad ended up, they was taking them to court over that.
Yeah.
And Brad pled guilty to like 18, I think it's 18 more years.
Yeah.
He pled guilty to 3 on that stab, and they had him charged with that too.
Okay.
And I think he took a 15 for like kidnapping, for the CO, and then a 3 for where he stabbed that boy. And I told Brad, I said, damn, Brad, that's on top of the 25. I said, damn, that's like a life sentence.
Yeah.
That's like 100%, that 18.
Oh, they was never gonna give you no parole. That's bitch. No way. Even if he had
I said,
parole.
why did you do that? I said, why didn't you make them take you to court? He said, I got tired of riding that chain bus from, River Bend or West Tennessee, wherever he was at, all the way back up there to Mountain City.
They took Billy he wasn't never getting out no way. Billy had a life sentence plus 200 years or something, didn't he?
Caulfield.
No,
Billy Grubb.
Billy Grubb.
Yeah, he had life, plus I think sometime. I don't know what he got, or if he pled guilty or went to court. I don't know what he did on it.
I saw him in the hole at Trousdale, but I've never asked him how much time he got or whatever. But I think they was trying to kill him down there. If I ain't mistaken.
That boy that killed Gator Ollie I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm.
We was down there on Max at River Bend when he's going to court over at, and he told me I was a rock man. I'd go up there and holler at him at his cell and stuff. And he told me, he said, I'm losing my mind for it. And I was like, for real? And he said, yeah, man. He said, he'd been on Max about 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'd see him in there talking to himself and
really,
acting crazy as hell. And I'd known him for years, and he was as normal as me and you are, man. And he let that eat at his mind, I guess. Being on lockup,
couldn't take it, man.
Nah, he couldn't. Then I seen him down at Attorney Center, and he's still, he ain't the same, man.
Yeah, Billy was on Max for how long? Since 94 or something, wasn't he? Till 2012 or something.
Yeah, he's on about 17 years or so.
How old's Billy now?
Just turned 72 years old last month.
Been in prison since 1973. Ain't never killed nobody.
Ain't killed a fly.
Only thing he
ain't
did
got no sex charge, nothing.
Nope. I wonder if they're gonna let him out.
He's got a shot, he's got it in court right now. If he gets that time off from him,
he got me out the first time. He filed that paperwork for me and
I
got me
remember
out.
he done that to get your
Yeah.
jail credits. Yep.
Yeah, had it all messed up. He's trying to say I was doing like a 40 years on a 12-year sentence. Had my time all messed up. And I was like, shit. And I'd been trying and trying and trying, man, to get it fixed. And then finally he looked at it and he said, hell, this is all you got to do. And I was like,
Yep.
well, I still
Give you
didn't
them
have a lot
jail
of hope.
credits.
Yeah. I remember you lived downstairs. He lived next to me. I was in like 211. Billy was in 210 or whatever, but you was downstairs. I remember the morning I left. I remember it like yesterday.
Me hollered at you and said,
Yeah.
I'll see you get
I see
back.
you when you get back. I said, you mother. Yeah.
I tell everybody that when they leave.
Yeah.
Usually I'm just kidding with them. Some of them
Yeah.
I'm serious, but
Yeah. Hell,
some
at
of
the
them,
time,
I do see come back,
man, I knew I was going to be back as soon as I got out. You know what I mean? But I'll be real about it. I'll say this. When I first got out, I couldn't go in public or nothing. Like I'd get all nervous, man. The feelings that I wasn't used to having, you know what I mean? Palms would start sweating and everything. How long did you end up doing on Max?
When I done about half of my sentence on Max, I done
Yeah.
probably 12, 13, 14. No, I say I done, probably about, I was on it 6 times. So
6
probably
times?
probably 14, 15 years.
Yeah. You's the reason we lost peanut butter too, wasn't
you? Yeah.
you? Yeah.
That was the reason they changed it, I guess.
Yeah. I remember that day they come through there and had trash bags. Said, any
Taking
peanut
all the
butter you got.
jars.
Yeah. Any peanut butter. If no matter if it's got a spoon in it, we're going to reimburse you, but it's got to go. And then we found out. What'd you got? Bledsoe then?
Yep.
Somebody told on you, didn't
Yep, sure did. I was at West High, and I had one of them Coke, stash bottles you buy, like
they? Yeah.
I ordered it, but somebody told on that. I think the CO told that brought it to me.
Wouldn't doubt it.
And they come in there and just got it right off my table, and he stuck it in his pocket. And then every time they'd search myself, they was trying to open my mayonnaise, my mustard,
Yeah.
see if it come apart. And yeah, they put a memo out and everything, but
That's wild. What'd
they
you go to
come in
Max
there
for?
and
No, go ahead.
they'd come in there and search. They'd pick it up, have it in their hand, and everything. Didn't
The
even
whole
know.
time. Didn't even know.
Yeah,
What'd you
didn't
go to
even
Max
know.
for the first time?
Assault. Got in a fight.
And just for a fight.
Man, they charged me with it. Nah, I beat the shit out of him. They charged me with assault.
Where was that
That's
at?
what I asked
Northeast?
that Lee was internal affairs in. I said, so how does that work in prison? You get in a fight. I said, the winner gets charged with assault.
Yeah, I remember, man, what was his name? Man, it's going to drive me crazy. I think of it. Ross Kelly. You remember old Ross?
Yeah.
Remember he went in there and tried to
Sure.
beat that boy up and he smacked him in the head with that belt buckle?
Yeah, I remember
He
Ross
busted the shit
Kelly.
out of his head, man. That shit was fun. I couldn't help but laugh. It was funny. I was just watching it, and that boy was up on that bunk, and he wouldn't get off the bunk. And Ross was going to try to climb up the end of the bunk and grab him. And that boy, I saw the boy taking the belt off. I said, he's taking that belt off. You better watch that belt. By the time he swung it, it popped the shit out of his head. That old, like that Boy Scout belt. You know what I'm talking about, the state belt?
Yeah, that big metal piece on the end of it.
It took a chunk out of his head, I tell you that.
When I first got out of prison, I couldn't sleep for like 5 days.
Really?
I mean, at all. Couldn't. I'd try. I couldn't sleep for nothing, man.
Then you finally just started.
I couldn't wait to go somewhere. I was laying there, couldn't wait till it got daylight to go somewhere.
And I was different, man. I didn't want to be around people, but that only lasted about, I say 2 weeks. And I went to a bar, met this old girl, and that changed everything. She ended up being crazy in hell, tried to kill me about 3 times, but that's all right.
Probably the biggest thing too, when I got out of prison that had changed to me in all those years was like, it's more populated. Like, it seemed like there was a lot of people.
Yeah, there is a lot of people.
Yeah, it's like people everywhere compared to, 30 years before,
Yeah. What was that guard's name, man, that worked on Max? The one that was so silly act. He loved you though. He liked the shit out of you.
Atwood.
Atwood. Whatever happened with him?
He quit. I think he married that nurse practitioner that worked there. And then him and her ended up getting divorced, I think. But yeah, he quit. Yeah, I liked old dude. He was good to me.
Yeah, he's good to you. He was all
Uh,
right with me too. But I tell you one thing, boy, it would be funny. I'd be standing there at that door and somebody yell out the
he
door.
wanted to be
God,
quiet, wasn't he?
he'd get madder than hell if somebody yelled out that door, boy.
Oh, he'd
Yeah.
have moved plumb out of the pod and everything over that shit.
Moved out of the pod. Yeah, he was a funny acting dude, but he's all right. You know, I
Yeah,
was like you. Hell, I got along with all of them. You know, I was trying to make my time easier down there, not harder.
yeah. That prison, man, I liked that prison a lot. You know, that's the first prison I went to, and hell, that prison was cool. All the COs was cool. You know what I mean, or most of them.
Yeah,
You know,
they were. You're right about that.
if you had a little bit of sense, you know what I mean, didn't act stupid, was respectful. I got in a lot of trouble for selling drugs and doing stupid shit like that over the years, but they all still like me, you know.
Yeah, you got maxed out up there at Northeast one time, didn't you?
For drugs, yeah, like two or
Yeah,
three times. Let's see, one, two, about three times so
I
I got
remember.
a 3 year sentence. Once the COs bringing me pot and stuff, and then they busted him. He told on me, and they come up there to my cell and got like 5.5 ounces of weed out of my cell, and
It's a lot of
yeah,
weed
I got 3 years for that.
tapped onto your 80.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
silly.
was like. Whoa, you
Yeah, three.
know.
Don't give me the three.
Yeah.
There's an old corporate work down there. What was his name? Duncan. You remember him?
Yep.
I'll never forget
Hmm.
that morning. He got me out to work. It was on the weekend. I think it's a Saturday. No, it had to be a Sunday morning. And they had Tommy Barger in there dry celled in the back, right? And he took his little trash bag and his little poker thing to dig around in the shit in the back there. And he went back there, but about 2 or 3 minutes, he come out. He's going. I said, "What the hell's wrong with you?" He said, "Man, he shit that out and turned around and ate it." He said, "He can have that shit." Tommy was something else, boy.
I knew him ever since I was 15 years old.
Really?
I met him in reform school.
Oh, Tommy, he's all right. We
He
was
was
getting
12 and I was 15. He was about 3 years younger than me.
yeah. So I was going to ask you that. So you got in trouble as juvenile too. Did you have a bad record
Yeah.
whenever you had that case? That case come up, killing that boy.
Nah, I mean, I've got in trouble as juvenile,
Yeah, but nothing as an adult.
not going to school and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was raised good family. I mean, good people took me to church every time the door was open.
yeah.
I was just wouldn't listen, man. A little hellion.
I was the same way, man. I had a good family too. My mom had her issues, just drinking and stuff like that. But you know what I mean. But for whatever reason, I'm the only one in my family, man. It's been in any significant
Me too.
trouble,
That's what me too.
and it's. I look back over at man all them years. Really, man, my only problem was drugs. I was a drug addict. That's really it. That's
I,
all
you
of it.
know, I did drug. I got high, smoked pot, for ever since I was a teenager. But I never did get strung out really, on drugs. I never liked opiates. Made me sick. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be dope sick or, I never did. I didn't like it. So,
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want no part of that. I'm glad you don't know what it's like. Billy wasn't a drug addict either, was he?
no, no.
I didn't think he was. He went.
Most of the time, I lifted weights. That's what I
Yeah,
did: lift weights and play handball and stuff. And
yeah. He's always in
I,
good shape.
I smoked pot and stuff, but I quit that in my late 30s.
Man, there's a dude. I meant to write his name down. So I can't remember it. Some dude sent me a message on. Well, he friended me on Facebook and then sent me a message. Chad. Chad. He's got a weird last name. He mentioned all kind of people though, and I said to him, I said, Mike Ford's coming on my podcast. You got to know him. He done all that time. You know what I mean? He never responded, but he's affiliated or something. He said that, but I can't remember. It's like a Chad Quibbick or something. It's something weird. His last name. I don't know if you know him or not.
All them years that I did, I never was affiliated.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you walked on your own because if people know
Now, now it's all it is.
that's it. It's completely changed. It's locked down all the time. Back in them days, they'd call ball field. There'd be 1,200 people on the ball field, man.
They give Suboxone in prison now.
In Tennessee?
In Tennessee, they take you down to the infirmary and put it in water, and Sure
No
enough,
shit.
got tablets.
Wow.
Ain't that a trip? That was one of the biggest drugs in
That
the
was, yeah.
penitentiary.
It turned out being there's a lot of money in that bop
I
box.
got out 5.5 years ago, and that was one of the biggest drugs, if not the biggest drug in prison.
And now they give it to
Now,
them.
if they're, people strung out on drugs, or I don't know what the criteria is to get put on it, but I believe it's, if you're a known drug addict, years of drug use, I think that's how,
That was their way, I guess, of trying to slow it down. The
I
Suboxone.
guess it's good. It's like trading one drug for another. That's what I look at, but I guess you can't OD on. That's
No,
probably the good thing about that. You're not going to OD on that. So,
no, it's got that blocker in it. Now they got something different. Now they got Suboxone, but they got what's called a Sublocade shot. So basically, now the fentanyl, you have to wait so long to take the Suboxone. It's kind of hard to explain, but like if you take that Suboxone too soon, it causes you to withdraw in 24 hours. So basically, what you would be doing in a week's time, you're gonna do it in 24 hours, and it is horrible. I think that's the worst feeling in your body you could ever feel. So now they got this thing called Sublocade. It's a shot, and they give it to you in your stomach. It hurts like hell. I took it, but it works, man. You take that, and you don't have to, because once you go in and you do your withdrawal and you take the Suboxone, now you get hooked to it, and your body's hooked on it, and you get sick from
yeah,
that. Well, now they got this Sublocade. You take it one time. That's all I took it one time, and it like so much of it goes into your body over a month's time, and so it's basically like a detox off of it. Like I knew in Kentucky they was giving them Suboxone stuff. I can't believe Tennessee's doing that. That blows my
that's
mind right there.
wild. That's wild.
Man, I never in a million years would have believed that for
Mm.
nothing in the world. So how
You
long did?
know,
Well, go ahead.
I just left Morgan County there. Well, like 5.5 years ago. That's where that CO got killed at, wasn't it?
Yep, sure was.
Just here a few months ago, month or two ago.
And I wonder. I knew a therapist at a treatment center I went to in Kentucky. Her, I guess it was her ex husband. They had kids together. He worked there. I can't
At
think of his
Morgan County.
at Morgan County. I can't think of his name. Man, I think he worked on the old compound. Uh, I can't think of
That's
the
where I
name.
was at.
The old compound. I only got to go
Mhm.
there one time for about 30 days. Uh, they gave me parole. I was in the SMU program, man, and they gave me parole. I went in there in a white uniform, everything, handcuffed, shackled. And the pro hearing was on video. I didn't think, well, I thought, I'm going to be honest about it. I said to myself, I psyched myself up and said, I'm going to make parole. Lano hollering the whole time, you ain't going out there for no reason. They ain't going to give you parole. No, he is, if you know him. And
He was
as
in
soon
the
as,
SMU program when I was there.
yeah, I was in, me and him and Tubby and all of us was at West High. Then they sent us all to, we got caught with some knives and cell phones at West High, and they sent us all to Morgan County on it. Uh, but I tell you what I seen him do, man. Him and another dude put knives on and went in the cell and fought, buddy. They was, he was he was in that Aryan Nation stuff, and they come back here talking about they was going to take it away from him and send him to PC. Not only did he not do that, he got a promotion.
He got promoted.
He got promoted to lieutenant, or I mean something. I don't know what they call it in that stuff. That was crazy. So how's life for you today, man?
It is good, man. All I do is work, fish on my spare time, just living life, man.
I saw him fish you caught too. I was a little jealous. I went fishing.
Yeah, I just went to Tennessee for Easter. That's what I got a friend. He's got a bass boat. We went out Saturday on his boat and fished.
Yeah, he caught some pretty good ones. I saw him. What was that?
Yeah,
How was that picture? Was that AI making that picture look like a
I
drawing of
did
you?
it. My phone did it. It just all of a sudden give me an option. I was looking at that picture and I got a Galaxy phone and it
Yeah,
like said pencil, turn your picture into like a pencil drawing. So I clicked, you choose a photo and
yeah.
click on it. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I thought, man, whoever did that drew that picture looked just like him. And I was like, damn, how the hell that happened? I've seen
The
some good
phone,
artists over the time, but
yeah, the phone did it.
yeah, people don't
Yeah,
understand, man, that how precious life is unless
so
they've
it's till you get it taken away.
man, and then somebody like me, I'd have had my ass kicked for going back. Let's just be real about it. Let's be honest about it. And seeing people like y'all, man, that think y'all's ever going to get out, and here I just take it for granted and go out there and get another 12-year sentence. It just blows my mind, man. I can't believe still to this date I've done all that time, And my deal was drugs because of drugs. I did everything I did because I was drug addict. I ain't gonna say that was the fault of the drugs. I
You
still chose
know,
to do it.
the biggest part, or probably 90% of people that's in prison, it was something to do with drugs or alcohol. They was either on it, doing something to get it. You know, it's something
Yep.
related to that.
It's either that or they're a child molester. You
Yeah,
know, you
that's
got
it.
flooded with them too. And in Tennessee, you put your hands on one of them, it's going to be a hate crime for you.
You know, I was in a cell with a guy, and he was, you know what he was in prison for?
One,
He killed the guy that molested his son, and they
yeah,
gave him a 28-year sentence.
Cadillac
And
McBee.
he got a pardon from Bill Haslam when Bill Haslam went out of office.
Yeah,
Gave him a pardon, man.
there's a dude in Arkansas that his daughter had been molested by a dude. They arrested the dude and give him basically no kind of little bond. He was able to bond out on, and then they filed a gag order on it so people couldn't talk about it or nothing. Well, a couple of years had passed, and they hear the family dog barking and get up and go in there, and the daughter's gone. Well, they automatically figured dudes got something to do with it. So the dad grabs a gun, gets in the vehicle, starts driving around, just happens to find him. He kills dude. They arrest him. Well, it come of uproar. I made some videos about it, and they ended up giving it. They wouldn't give him a bond at first, and they finally gave him a bond. Not only did he bond out, but he run for sheriff and won the damn Republican primary in Arkansas. Still fighting a murder case for that. And
That's
I'd
crazy. I mean,
man,
what would somebody else do in that situation? You know, they'd do the
that's
same thing.
that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, that's your kid. Cadillac, and whether he was lying, I know he was full of crap a lot, but he told me that's what he did. Like he was in prison, and a family friend had molested his daughter. He said he got out the same day he got out, went and killed him. Did you know him?
I know him good. Michael McBee, that was his
Yeah.
name.
Where'd he end up dying at?
West High.
Was it? I think that's
Yeah.
where old Mac Flat died. Did he die of aneurysm or something?
I remember Tommy Barger told me when he died, you know, it was like, you know, Mac Flatford? I said, yeah. He told me he died. I don't know where he was at. I was at Riverbend with Mac. We was
Me
on
too.
close together. 2004, I guess it was.
See, I barely missed you there. I was on Max from, let's see,
I was in the
99.
pod with him, Tim Kirk, Charlie Toon.
Tim Kirk, one of them escaped with Billy, didn't he? One of them Kirks, didn't he?
He was going to. They was going to at Brushy. That's what he was going to go with. And Tim's dead now. He died.
Did he?
Yep, he died about, I guess, 2 years ago.
In the penitentiary?
Let's see. He violated his parole, went back, and I think he got out. I think he died. He was out when he died.
You know, when I first got out the first time, I had a fear of dying. I never had a fear of dying, but man, I'd be going down the road in the car and I'd be so nervous and scared. I'd be trying to push my feet through the floorboard, trying to hit the brakes and stuff, somebody else driving. And then I finally got over because I always heard them stories, man, about people do all that time, get out and die. You know what I mean?
California Joe got out and
I heard about
got,
that. I think it's you told me about that.
got shot. Yeah,
By some
his
woman, wasn't it?
girlfriend. Yeah, his girlfriend shot him and killed him.
Wasn't she like some kind of used to be a police or something?
Yep, retired LAPD.
Wow, and killed him.
And killed herself. She killed him. They arrested her, charged her with murder, and then she killed herself in jail. Committed suicide.
California. That's the first time I ever saw heroin in my life. I didn't do any of it, but I saw it. It was him. Yeah, he had
I
it.
always liked Joe. He worked there at the infirmary with me at Morgan County.
Yeah.
He got out right before I did.
You know, I didn't get strung out on dope in the penitentiary. I'd done it a time or two, but then I'd get out and get on the streets. It's like hell, I couldn't help it. I'd run right to it. But in there, I knew not to get strung out on it. I know what it was going to lead to if you did. You know what I mean?
I never did. I didn't smoke cigarettes or nothing, man.
I dipped, but I'd smoke if that's all I could get. I remember when we was at Northeast.
I quit in 97. I quit dipping.
Man, I constantly got a dip in my mouth now all the time, unless I'm sleeping or eating. Man, it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit, but it is what it is. It could be worse.
Hard to quit.
Man, I ain't even thinking about trying. To be honest about it. I remember me and Tommy was getting tobacco in through Queen. You remember Queen? That CO Queen. He was a good dude, man. He's a real good dude. He come down there on a Friday night and put that tobacco up there. And what was that CO? What was that corporal's name? Him and his old lady both worked there.
Mickey Widener.
That's it, Widener. He's one told on him, man. He went
She
in there.
died.
Did she?
His wife.
Yeah.
And I was trying to think of her. I know her name.
No, I'm not talking
But
about them. I know who you're talking about, though. You're talking, yeah. She was a IRC. I'm talking about somebody different. But Widener, I know who you're talking about. They had a daughter that worked there too.
that's Swift.
That is Swift. It is Widener. Then I'm thinking about Kim Widener.
Mickey
Wasn't that it?
Kim was her name. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Yeah, she died of a brain aneurysm.
No kidding, man. She was
Was
so
it?
cool to me, man. That woman
Yep,
was so cool to me, man.
Yeah, I liked her. She was all right.
Remember, we got all them Xanaxes in. I was drunk on them Xanaxes, and she come up there. You gonna work? And I stood up, and she said, "No, your ass ain't working today." I said, "I'll be all right." I knew she had them cigarettes out there, and she'd give you some. But he's the one that he saw Queen go in that bathroom. You know that latch in the ceiling in the bathroom out there in Center Core, Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
He went there and put that tobacco up there, and it was a Saturday. Remember, I worked Monday through Friday. I could have went out there, but old Ross Kelly wanted to go out there, and I told him, I said, "Man, go in that bathroom one time, come out. Don't just go in there and grab it. Make sure they don't know anything." You know what he do? Went straight in there and grabbed it and come out.
Got it.
Yeah, and Queen, all he did is he turned in a bunch of vacation time and made them pay him for it, and said his knee was messed up or something. But they couldn't prove that he did it, but at the same time, they know that he did it because it wasn't on no camera. But yeah, dude was a good dude, man. He was a real good dude. He gave me a damn pork chop and biscuit one morning. I bit it, and my tooth went sideways, and I reached there and jerked it out. He said, "Oh, he about passed out." He said, "Oh my God." I said, "Shit, it had to go." That was from that dentist up there at Northeast, the damn veterinarian dentist.
Man, he's working on a horse, wasn't he?
Man, that dude was something else. He drilled all into my lip, man. He was fixing the cavity on that same tooth I'm talking about. I didn't really have no problem on that tooth till I go up there to him. He said it had a cavity in it. He does something to it. From that moment on, that so much hurt, man. And it hurt all
One
the
of his
time.
hands as big as both of mine.
Yeah. And he said,
try to get his hand in your mouth to work.
He said, "Oh shit." I said, "What?" He said, "Your lip got in the way." I thought, "Oh Lord, I can't imagine what this is." He took a damn chunk out of my lip with that damn drill. Crazy, man.
Yeah,
What advice, man, can you give people out there who's out there living that life? Tell them what penitentiary's like today compared to what we went in there with.
It done a 180 from when I first went, or like a 360. It done a whole turn. Yeah, it ain't no fun, man.
Nope,
Now
it ain't.
you go to penitentiary now, you're gonna fight. You're gonna fight for your shoes, your food, you know what I mean, your ass, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah,
They're gonna take it all. If you let them, they're gonna take it. If you don't fight, they're gonna take it.
They gonna take it if you don't, if you won't fight.
Yep.
Yeah, it ain't fun.
That's what I told somebody. Somebody said, "Man, what advice can you give me? I gotta go to penitentiary." I said, "Get you a knife and a big one."
Yep.
And that's
First
just
thing.
it. It's hard for somebody to understand who ain't got, but say, a little 6-year sentence. Instead, you're going to have to go in there and do that 6-year sentence like you got a life sentence.
Yep.
If you don't, man, I'm telling you, you're right. It's just completely different place, man. There was some respect and different stuff back in them days when we was doing time, man. It just ain't the same no more. I know they done Billy like that.
Yeah, they just, I don't know, all these little gangs, groups they got in there now. They just, I think they can just run roughshod right over you and like you ain't nothing.
Let's be real about it, man. It's the most racist world that there is. I mean, that's the really real. And when you're outnumbered, I'd say probably 8-2, if even that, probably more than that. I know a lot of white people started coming in prison during the meth, but it's predominantly black.
Yep.
And it's just even the old heads, man. It just ain't no respect. Well, all right, buddy. I appreciate you coming on, man. We'll do it again
good
sometime.
Talking to you, man.
Yeah, you too, man. I'm gonna see you sometime. We ought to look into going up there July for sure.
Go at concert.
Yeah, that woman, she, like I said, she follows me on TikTok, and she says she's gonna get the tickets. I'll find out, man, and we all go up there and hang out. I want to go up there and tour it anyways, just because I ain't never seen it.
Oh, it's a trip. It's a trip for me going back somewhere that I had done time.
How did that feel?
That felt weird.
I bet it did.
That's why. I mean, it felt good that I wasn't locked up. I could just walk around it and check it out.
Did you feel like, man, if I walk in there, I might not be able to walk out?
No. It was. I took my wife and her kids, grandkids, and showed them around. I was like the tour guide.
Yeah, because you didn't need no tour
I
guide,
didn't
did
need one. Yeah, I was it.
you? Hell
I know
yeah.
where everything was at.
That's right. I'm gonna have to go up there and do it, man. I said I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make my mind to do it. This doing this social media thing is gonna open up doors, give me more time. You know what I
They
mean?
got a distillery there. They got a restaurant. They got, man, it's
Oh,
cool.
no shit.
I got a bottle of moonshine in there I bought there that when
I
I
didn't
was
know
there.
that. I didn't know
Yeah.
he had all that there. That's smart though, if you think about it.
They
You know,
call
that's
it end of the line, like on the liquor bottle.
yeah, yeah.
That's the name of it.
I know
Yeah.
you mentioned the penitentiary. You say brushy. Everybody seems to know it's like a hot topic. Everybody knows what it is. Because
Yeah.
what was it? What was that dude's name? Paul Harvey. Wasn't it? What
Yep.
ain't he the one that said you're gonna see the scum of the earth and go to shift change at Brushy Mountain or something?
Boy, they got a lot of people got mad over that.
I know they did, but Bledsoe and Morgan County is probably the worst COs I was ever around. Both of them
Yeah.
too. But now there were some that was
More
all right, but most of them were just pricks. I saw one
I
of them get his
think
jaw broke.
Morgan County wasn't. I met some good ones there, but boy, there was a bunch of bad ones.
Yep, they just were just they all come from Brushy, and a lot of them was family. And
Yeah.
but at the same time, man, they do deal with a lot of shit. Especially
Yeah.
now, these little young gangbangers think they can do whatever they want to do, and for the most part,
A
they are
lot of
doing it.
disrespectful stuff.
Yep, yep. All right, my friend, I'll catch you next time. Keep in touch with me, man. Like I said, we'll get up there in July and go up there and tour that thing.
You two take care, man.
All right, man. See you.